If you look at the world, you see a grand design, a pattern. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. The seasons turn one after another in a rhythm as old as time itself. A lion will always hunt. A river will always seek the sea. Nature moves with a beautiful, predictable grace. It is a masterpiece of order and consistency, a symphony where every instrument knows its part. God in many ways is the ultimate composer, crafting a universe where the laws of physics and the instincts of animals work in perfect harmony. It is a creation of breathtaking complexity, yet one that follows its own rules without fail. But then, there is us, humanity. We are the strange note in this cosmic song, the one part of the orchestra that can choose to play whatever it wants. We are not bound by instinct alone. We are not simply following a pre-written script that dictates our every move. We are born into this orderly world as agents of pure chaos and boundless potential. While a star follows its path across the heavens for billions of years, a single human being can change their mind in a single instant. This capacity for unpredictability makes us utterly unique in all of creation, a subject of endless fascination. We are, in a sense, God's great experiment, the wild card in the divine deck. Imagine a garden, perfectly manicured, where every plant grows exactly as it should. It is beautiful, yes, but is it interesting? Now imagine planting a seed with no label, a seed that could grow into anything. It might become a magnificent tree offering shade to all, or it could grow into a tangled weed that chokes the life from everything around it. That mystery, that tension between what it could be and what it will be, is where the real story lies. We are that seed. This is why, when we look at the grand tapestry of existence, we see that humans are given a special kind of attention. The universe unfolds with mathematical precision, a spectacle of grandeur, but humanity unfolds with dramatic uncertainty. We are the ongoing story, the unwritten chapter. God may have set the stage, but we are the actors who improvise our lines, our entrances, and our exits. The rest of nature is a beautiful painting, finished and perfect, but humanity is a live performance, raw and unpredictable, and you can never be sure what will happen next. Within every human heart, there is a capacity for astonishing good. We can build magnificent cities that scrape the sky. We can compose music that can make angels weep with joy. We can write poetry that captures the deepest truths of the soul. We have the power to heal the sick, to feed the hungry, and to comfort the brokenhearted. We can show immense compassion, sacrificing our own well-being for a complete stranger. We can build communities based on love, trust, and mutual respect. This is the creative spark, the divine light that shines within us, capable of turning this world into a paradise. But there is another side to us, a darker potential that is just as powerful. We are also creatures of immense destruction. The same hands that can build a home can also tear one down. The same minds that can unlock the secrets of the universe can also devise terrible weapons. We are capable of cruelty, of hatred, and of betrayal. We can start wars that scorch the earth and poison the seas. We can inflict pain on one another for reasons as trivial as greed or as complex as ideology. This destructive force is a shadow that follows our light, a constant reminder of our own fragility and our capacity for failure. This duality is what makes us so endlessly compelling. A wolf is a wolf, a dove is a dove, but a human being can be both. We can be a saint on Monday and a sinner on Tuesday. We can champion justice in the morning and commit an act of selfishness in the afternoon. This internal conflict, this constant battle between our better angels and our inner demons, is the core of the human drama. It is a war waged not on a battlefield of nations, but within the quiet chambers of every single heart. The outcome is never guaranteed, making every choice we make a moment of profound significance. Think of the stories we tell. They are filled with heroes who fall and villains who find redemption. We are fascinated by these transformations because they reflect our own potential. We can create and we can destroy. We can forgive and we can hold grudges. We can change. This ability to transform ourselves, to rise from our own ashes or to fall from grace, is a power no other creature possesses. It is this very freedom to choose between construction and destruction that makes our journey so fraught with peril and so incredibly meaningful. When we think of God, we often imagine a judge, a divine scorekeeper, tallying up our rights and wrongs, waiting for us to achieve some impossible standard of perfection. But what if that's not the point? What if God is not watching us like a stern teacher grading an exam but like an captivated spectator at a play where the actors write their own script as they go? Perfection is predictable. It is a finished story, a tale already told. But imperfection, with its twists and turns, its unexpected triumphs, and its heartbreaking failures, is where the real story unfolds. God already knows what a perfect being would do. The laws of love and righteousness are eternal and unchanging. But what God does not know, what cannot be known until it happens, is what you will do. What will you do when faced with a difficult choice? Will you choose kindness when it costs you something? Will you stand up for what is right when everyone else is sitting down? Will you forgive someone who has wronged you? Will you find the strength to change your own mind? These are the moments that hold the divine audience in suspense. Our lives are not a test to be passed, but a story to be told. And a good story needs conflict, it needs tension, it needs characters who make mistakes and learn from them. It needs moments of surprising grace and shocking betrayal. A story where everyone is perfect, and nothing ever goes wrong is not a story at all. It is a description. God did not create humanity to be a static portrait of perfection. We were created to be a dynamic, evolving epic. Our flaws are not bugs in the system. They are features of the design, essential elements of the plot. So, perhaps we should stop striving for an unattainable perfection, and instead focus on living an authentic life. A life that is honest about its struggles and its triumphs. God is not looking for flawless robots who follow a program. The divine is interested in the messy, unpredictable, and beautiful dance of human existence. Our stumbles are just as important as our victories. Our questions are just as profound as our answers. It is the whole unedited performance of humanity that is worthy of being watched. How does an infinite, timeless being experience something new? How does a creator learn from its own creation? Perhaps the answer lies with us. We are the sensory organs of the divine. God does not just watch our lives from a distance. In a way, God lives our lives through us. When we experience a moment of pure, unadulterated joy, the laughter of a child, the warmth of the sun on our face, the thrill of falling in love, that joy ripples through the cosmos. It is a new sensation, a fresh perspective, a feeling that adds to the totality of divine experience. Conversely, when we suffer, that pain is also felt. The sting of betrayal, the ache of loss, the despair of loneliness. These are not experiences God would know without us. We are the vessels for these deeply human emotions. Through our heartbreak, God understands the true value of love. Through our suffering, God learns the profound meaning of compassion and resilience. Our pain is not a punishment, it is a form of shared knowledge, a lesson in what it means to be finite, to be fragile, and to be mortal. Our every tear is a drop in an ocean of divine empathy. This makes our lives incredibly sacred. Every choice we make, every emotion we feel is not just our own. It is a contribution to a larger consciousness. When we create something beautiful, we are allowing the divine to see the world through the eyes of an artist. When we show kindness to a stranger, we are allowing God to feel the warmth of human connection. We are the hands, the eyes, and the heart of the universe, experiencing reality in a way that nothing else can. Each individual life is a unique window through which the infinite can gaze upon the finite. This idea is not about diminishing our own struggles or joys, it is about elevating them. Your personal story is part of a universal one. Your smallest act of courage can resonate on a cosmic scale. Your quiet moment of reflection can be a profound meditation for the divine. God is not a distant, detached observer. God is an intimate participant, learning and growing alongside us. We are not just living for ourselves, we are living for the whole of creation, offering up our unique experiences as a gift to the very source of our being. When we understand that we are all part of this grand, unfolding drama, it changes how we see each other. The person sitting next to you on the bus, the stranger you pass on the street, the family living on the other side of the world, they are not separate from you, they are fellow actors on the same stage. They are other windows through which God is experiencing life. Each one of them has their own internal battles, their own moments of joy and their own heartbreaking sorrows. They are playing their part in the same story as you. This realization calls us to a higher level of kindness. How can we be cruel to someone when we know they are a vessel for the same divine consciousness that flows through us? How can we dismiss someone's pain when we understand that their pain is a lesson for the universe? Every person we meet is another chapter in God's great book of humanity. To honor them is to honor the story itself. To show them compassion is to add a beautiful verse to the cosmic poem. We are all connected not just by our shared humanity, but by our shared purpose as storytellers for the divine. Our differences in culture, belief, or background become less important in this light. They are simply different costumes, different dialects in the same magnificent play. The core struggles and triumphs are universal. Everyone knows the fear of loss. Everyone knows the hope for a better future. Everyone seeks love and belonging. When we look past the surface, we see the same human heart beating within each person, a heart that is trying its best to navigate the beautiful chaos of life. We are all in this together, a family of storytellers, each contributing our unique voice to the choir. So, let us practice empathy. Let us try to see the world through another's eyes. Let us remember that every person has a story worthy of being heard. When we are kind, we are not just being good people. We are acknowledging the sacredness of the human journey. We are recognizing that we are all part of one shared experience, one collective performance. By lifting each other up, we make the entire story more beautiful. We help write a better chapter, not just for ourselves, but for all of humanity and for the divine audience that watches with love. In the end, it is not our perfection that makes us special. It is our beautiful, glorious, and often heartbreaking mess. It is our capacity to reach for the stars even as our feet are stuck in the mud. It is our ability to build a new world from the ashes of the old one. It is our courage to love even after we have been hurt. It is our resilience in the face of our own self-destruction. This wild, unpredictable, and untamed spirit is what makes humanity the most compelling story in the universe. It is what makes us worthy of God's unending attention. We are a paradox. We are creatures of dust and divinity, capable of the lowest sins and the highest virtues. This constant tension is what makes life so vibrant. A world without this struggle would be a world without art, without heroism, without forgiveness, and without change. It would be a static, silent world. God did not create silence. God created a symphony, and we are the wild, improvisational solo that makes the music interesting. Our flaws are not failures. They are the notes that give our song its depth and its soul. Let us embrace this beautiful mess. Let us celebrate our ability to make mistakes and to learn from them. Let us find the courage to be vulnerable, to be imperfect, and to be true to our complex nature. Our purpose is not to be flawless statues in a divine museum. Our purpose is to live, to feel, to struggle, and to grow. It is to add our own unique, unpredictable verse to the epic poem of human existence. This is the gift we give back to our Creator, the gift of a story that could not have been written any other way. So, as we move through our lives, let's remember the audience. Not with fear of judgment, but with the quiet confidence of a performer who knows their story is worth telling. The universe may be a masterpiece of order, but we are the masterpiece of chaos. And in that chaos, in our choices, our tears, our laughter, and our endless capacity to surprise, we find our true significance. We are God's favorite story, not because we are perfect, but because we are gloriously, divinely, and unpredictably human. And that is a story worth watching until the very end.